Archaeologists spend their entire careers searching for the missing link to answer humanity's greatest questions. I'm here in Gansu, China, famous for dinosaur fossils, because I've discovered the missing link to one of China's greatest car mysteries, Zeekr's design language. This is the Zeekr AX, the evolutionary design link that we've been searching for, and I think they're going to sell a ton of them. Zeekr's design language has been a wild ride. It all started with the Zeekr 001, which was briefly known as the Lincoln Co. Zero concept, and no surprises, it looked like a Lincoln Co. And then came the big, boxy 009 MPV with its big chrome grille that was blinding us before it completely left Zeekr's design language for 6 more models. After that blinged out MPV, Zeekr dropped the Zeekr X with a totally different look. Then some family resemblance between the 007, 7X and Mix, all sporting the Starlight grille. Then boom, the Zeekr 9X brought back the massive grille and boxy proportions. Safe to say, Zeekr's design has been a potluck, always unpredictable, but never boring. Enter the Zeekr AX, the missing link that ties the Zeekr model lineup together. It blends a sleek flowing design of the lower end models like the 7X and 007 and the bold dominating chrome grille of the uber premium 9X and 009. The result, a car that brings harmony to Zeekr's once chaotic design journey. Realistically, in the Chinese market, this will be going after the BMW X5, but with its kind of flowy design and chrome accenting, it kind of harks the idea of kind of what a Mercedes Maybach GLE might look like. That doesn't exist, but this does. The Zeekr AX has 2 battery sizes, a 55 and 70 kilowatt-hour NCM pack. The Max and Ultra of the 55 kilowatt-hour pack have an EV-only range of around 320 kilometers and a combined range of over 1,300 kilometers. If you opt for the larger 70 kilowatt-hour pack in the Max Ultra Ultra Plus, you'll get a claimed 410 EV-only range and over 1,400 combined. That same 70 kilowatt-hour pack in a 1,400 horsepower top model is going to be lower. 330 kilometer EV-only range and over 1,200 kilometers combined, all CLTC. Now let's explain this Zeekr super hybrid system. Now you've got that 2-litre turbo engine up front, and you also have a P1 electric generator, 145 kilowatts. And what that will do is take the power that the engine's making and convert into electricity and put it back into the battery. This car can run in 3 ways: extended hybrid mode, where the wheels are driven only by electric motors, and if the engine is on, it's just making electricity. In regular HEV mode, where the engine and electric motors drive the wheels together, or you can force the car to drive just the front wheels only with the engine. But why would you do that? Now there's 2 key things about this system. Number 1, that P1 generator, 145 kilowatt, if you're cruising at 120 kilometers an hour, then that will be able to recharge the battery from 30 to 80% in about 90 minutes. And the second thing is that even when this is in depleted battery mode, meaning that the state of charge of the battery is 20% or less, you only lose 0.2 seconds in acceleration. All Zeekr AX models are 900 volt with 6C charging, meaning every model can fast charge 28% in just 9 minutes, provided you have a fast enough charger. The 2-litre turbo 4-cylinder engine has a combined fuel efficiency as low as 0.31 litres per 100 kilometers, and when the battery is depleted, it's still just 6.43 litres per 100 kilometers on the WLTC. It's also using AI to help manage power distribution, if you like, and it will use things like the sat-nav to know if there's any inclines of the descents coming up, if there's any congestion, and it will calculate whether to use the motors or save battery to use later on, maybe go on a bit of a motorway stint, so we'll use combined power, and then you're going into a city, and then it will be like, okay, let's save some battery so we can go around the city in EV-only mode. The whole aim being to use the least amount of petrol possible. Unfortunately, if this does go abroad, it's unlikely that you're going to get that kind of AI energy management because, you know, it relies on kind of cloud-based stuff in China. Since this straddles the luxurious boxy 9X and the curvaceous and sporty 7X, there is this kind of duality about the design. On the one hand, you've got like this big show-off chrome grille and chrome accenting all around, and this deep sparkly red wine color, kind of very posh styling. And then on the other hand, you kind of got wide haunches at the back and the kind of stance of how it falls from the rear into the front. And this duality does make sense because even the base entry model of this has nigh on 900 horsepower. So this is no wafting stately affair, but more on that later. Now this actually can be optioned as a 6-seater, but if you want a big trunk, then you get the 5-seater like this, and they say that it's got 1,133 litres back here. And of course, no problem, you can put down that second row. And if you put down that second row, you're gonna have 2,200 litres of space back here. Really good trunk size. But if this is all too classy for you, perhaps I can interest you in this. With tri-motors and 1,030 kilowatts of power, that's nigh on 1,400 horsepower, and this will go 0 to 100 in as low as 2.96 seconds with a 1-foot rollout. From a standstill, 3.1 seconds. 1,030 kilowatts, need 1,400 horsepower. Let's see what this is like. We've only got about 60 meters. 3, 2, 1. I feel it is risen up and cool. That 60 meters I let off before the break point. Once we hit 100, violent, brutal. My brain doesn't fully understand how a car this big goes that fast off the line. You do have to use obviously a specific mode, but even still, that is insanely fast. And looks wise, you're talking about, it's all blacked out. There's no chrome on this, a completely different feeling to the other kind of more posh version of the 8X. You also have kind of body kits and carbon and a rear spoiler thing, kind of BMW X5M, that kind of rambunctious, sporty SUV kind of feeling. As well as different alloys, you also get 6 piston calipers on this version, and out back to put down that monstrous amount of power, you got super wide 315 tires. Inside, you're talking about black on black on black. You've also got this orange piping here and orange stitching all around the cabin, and orange seat belts, a little bit of chrome trim, just to kind of give you that extra sporty feeling in this model. I'm a fan of this, especially in this flamboyant bright blue color. It's loud, brash, and almost kind of silly. I love it. I want one. Welcome back to the land of posh. What a swanky interior indeed. Just step on the brake and the door will close. Lovely. The materials in here are, you've got plush Napa leather everywhere, metal accenting, like knurled metal accenting, as well as this kind of solid white Nordic wood. You get a real sense of the Swedish design influence in here. The only thing though that sticks out is this rather large black steering wheel in this sea of white leather and white wood. I should point out that you lose nothing on the interior between this Ultra Plus version and a top-end tri-motor version. So really, it's just a matter of performance and taste. Now this is a Chinese EV, so obviously there are screens. If you count the 13-inch digital instrument display and the augmented reality heads-up display, then there's a total of 6 screens inside this AX, including up front these dual 16-inch 3.5K central touch screens. Though I assume, just like the 9X, if you want, you can deselect the passenger entertainment screen. I'm a big fan of Zeekr interiors, I always have been. Great material quality, great fit and finish, and I love the integration of physical buttons inside the interior, something that a lot of EVs are missing. It's not overcrowded with buttons in here, it's got just the right amount to be useful. Underneath the screen, you've got a row of buttons here, including front and rear demister, hazards, opening the trunk, and also a customizable button that's being mapped to the glove box. In the center console, you also got some additional buttons. One for mode selection, one for selecting the different kind of dampener control, and the last one for the air suspension. And next to it, you have a swivel knob for volume and push play button on top. And I just love the action on that. And I love having a physical volume button. In this 8X, the infotainment system is dual language with both Chinese and English from factory. Down the center console, you get dual ventilated induction phone chargers, a couple of cup holders hidden underneath that Nordic wood, and either side of the console are some robust handles known as the Butterfly Bridge Sport armrests, supposedly with an ergonomic 16.5-degree upward lift. These seats are comfy. They are soft, they are padded, they're diamond quilted Nappa leather. They've got 14-way adjustment with memory function for both the driver and the passenger. And all 4 seats in here get heat, ventilation, and 22-point spa massage function. So nobody's left out unless you draw the short straw for the rear middle seat. And with that, let's go check out the rear. Zeekr claim this whole cabin is class leading in interior space, especially his rear, which they say is MPV level of space. And sat behind myself, you can see I've got ample amounts of knee room. They also say it's got class leading headroom, but me standing at a mighty 1.7 meters, most of it's wasted on me. Not only that, they also say that this armrest, yes, the armrest is class leading, nearly 30 centimeters wide, so there won't be any arm wrestling going on back here. Other things back here, well, obviously you've got your cup holders in there. You also get this electronically controlled sunblind, which is properly posh. You get B-pillar air outlets, which I absolutely love. You also get dual 100-watt USB fast charging, which is and this seat has a special kind of queen seat function. With a push of a button, it's going to move that seat out of the way, and I'm going to recline back up to 137 degrees. And I'm also going to have a nice footrest and a nice calf rest as well. And, you know, again, I'm only 170 centimeters, but this is probably going to be good enough for anybody up to about 180 centimeters. Although if you're, you know, freakishly taller than that, then, you know, there's limits to everything in life. The nice thing is that if you open this door, then everything's going to automatically reset, so you don't have to keep pressing a button every time you get in and out. Now, of course, this does have a fridge back here. It will keep things cold down to -6 and up to 55 degrees. It's a decent size, 9.5 litres of space, which means you can fit about 8 half-litre bottles of water back here. But what I really like is the dedicated boozing modes. So whatever your tipple, red wine, white wine, champagne, you just pop it in, press a button, and boom, the car will keep it for champagne 5 degrees, perfect temperature. And just like the 9X, you get a superb audio system in here. It's a 29 speaker sound system from Name. You know, the guys that make Bentley's optional audio systems. But I mean, Bentley will cost you a kidney, a lung, or up to $30,000 for one of their smaller systems. Whereas for the 8X, it's standard on all models except the entry. And that audio system paired with this 17-inch roof-mounted OLED screen back here is part of what Zeekr calls their 5D theater mode. And what that means is that the audio system, well, when there's like a big bassy boom in your movie, maybe from an explosion, these seats are going to vibrate to keep you more engrossed. Not only that, Zeekr say that movie plots can be kind of intertwined with this car, and so the fragrance system will change, the temperature will change. Maybe it's a movie with a load of cold weather and therefore it will get cold in here. Suddenly go to a desert, it gets warmer, pop up the rear sunshades, and you're pretty much there to your own private movie theater back here. So numbers and performance. Now that top end Radiant Shadow has 1,030 kilowatts, nigh on 1,400 horsepower, absolutely crazy. And it comes with a 290 kilowatt motor on the front axle and two 370 kilowatt motors on the rear axle. The rest of the range though is no slouch, but we still get 660 kilowatts of power, which is about 885 horsepower. They're all dual motor. You'll get a 290 kilowatt on the front axle and a single 370 kilowatt on the rear axle. Now you get a dual double wishbone up front and a multi-link in the rear. And a lot of this chassis is made of aluminium. In fact, they say over 47% of it, in order to kind of keep things lighter in here, and in theory should make the ride smoother and better. Now all models get closed dual chamber air suspension, and this Ultra Plus and the top end model get dual valve CDC. The rest of the range have to make do with single valve. But basically what that means is you're getting huge variance between sport and comfort mode, keeps things in comfort mode very comfortable, and allows you to amp things up a bit when you're in sport or sport plus mode. But this Ultra Plus mode still gets an active stabilization bar, just like the top end version. So when you go round a corner, that will react in 0.2 seconds, with the side bolsters reacting in 0.1 second. And to be honest, it keeps things extremely flat, and it's kind of spooky in a car that's this big to have such little body roll. The pre-launch pricing for the Zeekr 8X in China ranged from about $55,000 for the entry model and up to $75,000 for the top-end triple motor. But as usual in China, it will probably be cheaper when actual pricing is announced later this month. Now let's talk ADAS for this premium car. Now, standard on the Radiant Shadow, that's the top triple motor, and an option on this Ultra Plus is the Haohan H9 ADAS suite. That's like Zeekr's top-end ADAS suite, and that consists of dual Thor-U chips for 1,400 tops of compute, 43 sensors in total, including 5 LiDAR. So a lot of tech and power in this system, but at the moment, right now, most of that super advanced ADAS functionality, like their city ADAS, their parking space to parking space on navigation, using AI to find the closest car park space to your destination, these haven't actually been pushed to the cars. So perhaps we'll get a chance to have a go and see what that Zeekr ADAS system can do once it's fully pushed over OTA. As standard on this Ultra Plus, you get the Haohan H7, which uses a single LiDAR and 5 4D milliwave radar, multiple cameras, 31 sensors in total. It runs a single Thor-U chip with 700 tops of compute, and it has access to Zeekr's kind of cloud-based world model. But again, you need to wait for the OTA to push to really see those really top-end ADAS features. It's got enough power to shame a Bentley Bentayga, and I think it's got the looks to park next to one and not look out of place. The interior is a plush thing with all the functions and features you could ever want or need. And although I think this kind of blingy, posh version will sell best, the boy in me is drawn to that powder blue performance version. But I mean, who wouldn't be drawn towards 1,400 horsepower when you won't lose any features or functions on the interior? So in the case of the Zeekr 8X, if you want to have your cake and eat it, just add money. Okay, done.